All right, I think we're out here. I think we're ready to get that shit popping. What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing y'all niggas a One Punch Man tier list. Today we are doing dragons. A lot of these people want to fucking act like they don't know what the true dragon, tier shit, all that is. The title out here. So I'm going to show you guys right now. Amongst all the shown and known dragons, we're gonna hop on that shit. One Punch Man. Let's get it pop. Today we are doing real quick. Let's post this here. These niggas know, and then let's get out. A lot of these people want to fucking act like they don't know what the true dragon. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna be using low dragon, true dragon, and high dragon. Low dragon is like limited capabilities, like a really, really strong demon, but like, they surpass that with a particular trait or whatever. You guys know all those guys. The dragons are the guys that like you just like, damn, like that. Yeah, that's so many qualities of a dragon in one character. True dragon is like no question about it. Like this is the definition of a dragon. It's just dangerous as fuck. And the high dragon is like, all right, this is a threat that we need an exceptional amount of attention to. This may be more than a dragon. This dragon may have a special feature to it that can make it catastrophic. Like a really, you'll see as we get to it right now. They surpass a particular trait or whatever. But tell anybody who tries to hop in, like Sasuke or the boys, let me know in the comment section somewhere, or tag me somewhere. Because I don't have my headphones on to see that shit. But regards to that, let's get it popping. We also got the super chat and shit now. Remember to check out our Patreon and shit too, to help support the stream. Alright, let's get it rolling. Anybody who tries to hop in, I like Sasuke and boys. Let me know in the comment section somewhere. Or tag me. What's going on, Morgan the God? Because I don't have my headphones on. Oh, is it echo? Oh, fuck. Alright, Ben, let me check it out. We're going to have to repair it this time, too. See if I mute that. Alright, let me know if there's still echo. Yeah, let me know if there's still echo and shit. God boys. I'm still echoing? God damn, bro. Alright, let me see. I'm not echoing anymore? Alright, bet. We're in there. We in there like cakes and cheese. Alright, bet. Thanks for the audio advice. Okay. Alright, so people should come in whenever they do. Alright, so let's start off. So Homeless Emperor. Alright, Alright. So Homeless is like, from what I've seen so far, this nigga's like on the low key, the implications of the powers that he has, he can really fuck up anybody. Like literally almost anybody. I know, like on the Discord, they were making jokes a few days ago, over the past week actually, about the whole atomic focus slash shit, right? And how like he was made in particular to deal with the regeneration of Melzigard. And as we know, Boros and it seems like the rest of these aliens here belong to a certain planet or a certain species. I don't think Boros is like a different type of alien than the other guys, but like they're all similar of the same planet or whatever it seems like. And he mentioned that he has the best regeneration out of his entire species. So if Melzigard's included, and Atomic Samurai now has a way to actually target regeneration in general, or this form of regeneration, then Atomic Samurai may be, effective against Boros' incredible regenerative capabilities. Even though he would lose in seconds because of one punch or whatever it may be. He would lose to Boros like nothing. But, quote unquote, that's a questionable theory now. It's the same concept with Homeless Emperor. Homeless has his like magic shit. He like, oh my god, like he's just from the single chapter, just portion of the chapter, he was able to fuck over an almost indomitable like opponent. Like Zombie literally like got his ass bust 200 times by Pureblood, and It was like nothing. He was just like tired of like the annoyingness of the situation, and then beat his ass. It's to fuck him over like that. That not only shows the potency, the frequency of attacks is high as fuck, like on some Rover type shit. I remember when Rover was like spamming on Garo. Garo couldn't do a goddamn thing. Like he could not do a goddamn thing. So like if Homeless is doing the same exact shit, bro, this is dangerous as fuck, bro. Like this man is dangerous as fuck, and like the way that he popped up behind Zombie Man, somebody I didn't even realize it. That was pretty fucking cool too. I don't know exactly how that occurred. If Zombie was just like doesn't have any great senses or whatever, or what was up with that. But like as of right now, I can give Homeless Emperor maybe not the high dragon, but I give him the true dragon because of that one feature, being able to fuck up almost anything. If you can fuck up Zombie Man's generation, you're on some shit. I almost want to give him a high dragon for that trait in particular because that makes him dangerous against anybody. Rover, Malzigard, maybe even fucking Elder Centipede. Who knows? Um, but the thing is that the destruction has only been on a small scale. Like he's spamming like crazy, but he's not taking out entire like. He's not creating caverns like Rover was. Rover was creating caverns with his explosion. I'm gonna keep him at True Dragon for now, and then maybe later on the list with the more comparisons of thinking about more of these guys, I'll move him up. I don't know if your ugly's on here. I'm not trying to scale him. Well, I fucked up. All right, whatever. Um, Next we got Gato. Um, all right, so Gato, he isn't like he isn't like the other ones because his trait about being able to grow stronger is almost like we know that that's basically his core ability to just to get stronger, maybe even to learn like other people's techniques to fall on the way as like a secondary trait. But he continues getting stronger with every single fight and battle. And sure, that can be the case for other monsters as well. But nobody has shown like the frequency of that in comparison to Garo. Like nobody has. So with that alone, he could already be High Dragon, just with that alone, with that potential. But because it's the potential and it's not an actual like, it's not an actuality at this stage in time. It's been happening and it's gotten to a certain point, but I don't think he could like defeat some of the High Dragons from what we've seen so far. Like the fight that he put up was fucking indomitably incredible, but the results were indeed the results, and we're because we're talking about current Garo and not some future like fake shit that hasn't happened yet. Um, uh, he has to go into True Dragon right now. We all know the time that I said that he became a low dragon or a dragon was when he blocked Death Gatling's bullets, right? So gaining low dragon status, right? And he immediately after that engagement, he fought Bang, Bomb, and Genos in reverse order or whatever, and he showed exact. He was there. He was standing up. It was Phoenix Man who came in at like the most opportune moment and like threw some guts to bring him out there. Not to say that he wasn't gonna get his ass bust, but clearly he was still able to compete up against every single one of their appearances and deep into their appearances. He fought Genos head on 1v1 for quite a while, and then he realized how strong Genos was, and Genos realized how strong Garo was. And then Bang came through and put the hurting on him, let him know for real, made it seem almost hopeless to him, but he continued to stay in there deep. Garo's like durability and endurance, it Garo's a true dragon. All right, Black Sperm. This guy's splitting. I want to say okay. If I was to say the phrase that his splitting is more impressive than Garo's like durability, that would not be true. Like seeing Garo like be able to take all these crazy things is a lot more fun to see than uh, um, Black Sperm splitting and get from all a bunch of different attacks. But this technique seems like crazy right now. Granted, Atomic Samurai, he was pitted to be, this is a great guy you can have an advantage against, He's shown his potency, that he's indeed able to deal with something like this because of his previous encounters. So he's intuitive as well. But in the face of somebody else, like, this is crazy. Like, to be honest, like, imagine, like, Hellfire, right? Or maybe even, no, maybe not, let's not focus on somebody with speed. Maru Gaudy, right? Let's say that if you punch Black Sperm and you splatter him, he doesn't die, right? Maru Gaudy being there, busting his ass, slamming down on him like that, like, that's creating hundreds and hundreds of sperms. Somebody as potent as that, like, Maru Gaudy's barrage, like, left a huge ass cavern hole in the middle of a city. Imagine him hitting sperm so many, all those times with the fucking Gatling, bro. With that just busting a nigga's ass. Like, Black sperm doesn't get weaker with every single split. He stays the same. Like, if you, like, once again, if you're not a particular, like, combatant, if you don't have a particular trait, it seems, you may not be able to deal with some of these people. Like, it's just, no matter how tough you are or how efficient you are in a certain trait, you may not be able to deal with some things certain people could do. And for now, because even with Atomic's, like, stance of being able to assault him, it's not looking the best. It's just still a true fight. Previously Black Sperm had the complete advantage. Now it's a little bit more even. I would say almost balanced. Depending on the factors that Atomic can pull out or what Black Sperm has, this is a close ass fight. So I'm gonna put a Black Sperm as a high dragon. Carnage Kabuto. So one thing that's a problem a lot is, like, when you look at characters back in the beginning of the story, in comparison to, like, people now, the main common variable in between both instances in, like, the past and now is the heroes that fought both sides. So the past and now, I'm referring to the different monsters and dragons and demons that we've encountered, Guys like Deep Sea King was an individual who Genos encountered way in the beginning of the story, right? The first, like, 30 chapters. And he was actually able to have a pretty good fight up against him until he sacrificed himself to save this little girl. He lost an arm and was still able to compete with him. He actually smacked the Deep Sea King out of his engorged form. So with one punch, a heated punch as well. So Genos is doing pretty well in that confrontation until that point. Now, Genos has had several upgrades. I think at least 3 since that point. And they're massively amplified upgrades. To the point where he can fight the Hero Hunter head on. And even take on EC confidently before being defeated. The differences are dramatically crazy. So if we take that instance of Carnage Kabuto, in the audiobook, for example, right? The audiobook, Darkshine beat Kabuto in a certain amount of time. It was less than an hour, using all his might, right? Impressive feat on Darkshine's ability, on Darkshine's part, but also very, very impressive on Carnage Kabuto's part. He made Darkshine, a guy that we haven't even seen his full power of. A guy who single punched Bug Guy, took him out with one punch and shit. Now we got him out here fucking, fighting Darkshine and shit. Like, it was a 30-15 minutes straight full power. Like, that's pretty fucking impressive. The reason why I'm questioning it, though, is because in the anime, he was fucking, like, just in there, bro. Like, in the anime, they made Carnage Kabuto look so fucking good, bro. Flying around the fucking arena like nothing and shit. Like, just took out Genos like he was fucking a piece of trash. A piece of shit. Like, he was nothing, bro. Carnage was in there, and then his Carnage mode, bro. Like, that whole week of Rampage, supposedly, at a dragon level, that's dangerous as fuck. You could literally take out, like, an entire city like that. You really could. There weren't gonna be niggas that could fight him like that. Like, it's the problem is, here's where it gets difficult, because Dragon and True Dragon, like, there's a clear significance there, but certain traits of that this guy, for example, Carnage has, like, Garo can't. I wouldn't say Garo can beat. Like, for example, I think Carnage is faster than Garo. Like, from what he showed in his Carnage mode or whatever, I think he's faster than Garo. I think he actually punches harder than Garo too. but Garo has the different variances and the different abilities. He has the whirlwind iron cutting fist. Um, he's got fighting spirit. Uh, he's got the little regeneration thing, kind of quote unquote, whatever. He's got shit that could actually be pretty fucking effective against him. Like if Carnage threw a punch at Garo, I think Garo could like take it, maybe even cut off his arm or whatever while doing that shit. It hurt. He takes some damage, but I think that's exactly the point. That the fact that I'm comparing him to Garo means that I should be able to put him in this category. Because I think he would even be able to speed blitz Homeless Emperor. Although Homeless may be able to kill him pretty quickly. Like, pretty fucking quickly. God damn it. Maybe we should put Homeless in the High Dragon. Because this is getting out of hand. Maybe Homeless should be able to fuck up a lot of these fucking people, bro. Damn. Alright. Up next we have Elder Centipede. Um, so let me think about this. Because is EC like his carapace is because I would consider it a special trait, and the special traits, yeah, I have to do it. I have to move Homeless Emperor to high dragon because these two special traits in particular put them above the rest. I have to, so I have to keep them there. And I kind of want to give Garo the high dragon too because of that special trait that he has, but his it won't be enough. No, no. And then I think I would have to put EC in True Dragon. The reason why is because his offense is lacking, in my opinion. His combat offense is lacking, in my opinion. He can do it. He can assault individuals, but it's not. It wasn't crazy shit. It wasn't crazy ass stuff that he was throwing out. I think the next way, or the way that Murata or one could have really made Elder Centipede seem like a real you know, like a maybe even like above Dragon threat considerable or like whatever you want to call it. Just make him seem super stronger would be to have him shooting out fire beams or blasts or whatever. He should have had that because if you don't like the resemblance of these things are like the words like dragons, bro. Like they call them dragons, and like if you notice, Rover and like EC have like resemblances of that. Like I know EC is a centipede, but like he could be a dragon if you put some wings on him. His face looks fucking pretty fucking scary and shit too. It's badass. And then Rover, he's literally shooting out like the fire cannons and shit, little fireballs or whatever, shit that like dragons do stereotypically. The only thing he fucking needs is fucking wings, and then he'd look like one of those Western dragons from myth and shit and lore. So like, I wish they would have done that for Elder Centipede, but regardless of that, the carapace is what puts him in like high true dragon regardless of anything. Um, but because of his lack of like crazy offense, his size was everything. He's using his legs and shit to stomp buildings, but like it's not the same as like fucking blasting somebody from your hand or like punching them and shit like that. It's not the same. So I'm gonna put him in True Dragon. Gale and Hellfire, they're gonna be the same category. With their speed's their main factor. It's very, very dangerous if they encounter certain individuals, but at the same time, their other features aren't really that like they're not crazy, you know. Um, if Galewind had ran up on Gotetsu, I wouldn't expect Galewind to win. You know, him being should be a lot faster than him, quote unquote, but like still like I wouldn't expect that. So that shows me that certain overwhelming features like strength or size, durability, or combat capability can't deal with speed. Or at least in my perception, it seems like it can't deal with speed. Um, Plus, he himself is pretty fast, but regardless, I don't think he's as fast as the twins. They were keeping him flashy in a pretty impressive state. Um, I'm gonna put them in Little Dragon for now. Garugan shoot. We didn't see that much from him, but he like threw fucking telekinetic shit. Um, yeah, I gotta do fucking Low Dragon for him for now, bro. Just for now. Um, All right, Gotetsu. Um, so this guy, incredible martial might. In comparisons to Bang all the time in the community, um, we're talking like extreme battle prowess though. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see what that really looked like fleshed out in a fire ass long ass battle. Because I personally like one of the debates that I've been trying to push as of late is Phoenix Man versus Goketsu, because Goketsu's incredible fighting capability can probably produce some effects similar to what Brave Giant was doing. You know, I'm not saying that the 100% Giant Fist Strike Goketsu could do it, or an Emperor Nova, but he could definitely do shit that's like, maybe a tier or two below that consistently. You know, it took Brave Giant everything to pull off a fist strike like that. Not to say that, I'm not saying that 50% fist strike couldn't do catastrophic damage as well, but Goketsu was blowing out fucking stadiums and city blocks behind stadiums with casual punches and shit. Precision type shit, punching right next to Bakuzan's ear as well. So this guy, like I said again, when we talk about like battle prowess, like exact battle prowess, and it comes in different forms. A child emperor's intuitiveness with all his weapons and tools in combat, knowing different schemes, bringing out different stuff, being quick about his shit, like pulling up the invisible wall shield while Phoenix Man was talking to him. Those are all traits of like battle prowess, battle capabilities. It comes in different forms: intelligence, cleverness, sneakiness, shit like that. If Goketsu has that much power, that much speed, and can fight that well, you're just gonna have to have a special trait to be better than that. Like, maybe fucking Elder Centipede comes to mind for that, but like, I'm gonna put him in the High Dragon for now. I'm not saying that Elder Centipede loses to Goketsu. I'm not saying that Goketsu beats Elder Centipede. I'm saying that Goketsu's battle prowess may be more impressive than the Carapace. It may not be though. Nah, no. I'm not gonna fall for this fucking like community peer pressure shit. No, he was fucking badass and everything, but I want him to be true dragon. I think he's a fucking true fucking dragon. That's a suitable fight. Carnage Kabuto versus fucking Goketsu would be a good ass fucking fight. I have no reason to believe otherwise. Besides the whole like past and present comparisons, but Darkshine, as we know, we didn't see him back in the day. We don't know how strong he was in the audiobook in comparison to how he is now. So I'm not wrong to believe that Carnage Kabuto, with the feats that he showed, could fight Goketsu confidently and lose, or maybe even win. Giro. All right, Giro. What else, Asugi? Um, okay, so I'm not under any delusions or any like brainwashing because she got bust in like chapters worth of shit. This bitch was crazy. Like before she turned a group of like low level demons or low level monsters or whatever into a fucking cube. Pinto, why would True Dragon be above High Dragon if it's not? You know what? I'm gonna move on for it. Giro. The fucking like took the surroundings of the arena they were in up against Tatsumaki and fucking collapsed that shit on her, turned her into a ball to imprison her and squeeze her. She was gonna fucking compress her and like fucking like make that bitch dense as fucking kill that bitch. Like those are things like the 100 times gravity shit too that she dropped on her. It capable as fuck, can throw things just as well as anything else. She has shields as well, pretty potent shields that Tatsumaki had to use a pretty impressive attack to break through. Like held down Garo even though he was able to resist against that shit. And I'm definitely gonna hold that up against Giro. You're not gonna tell me that you're one of the strongest niggas in the association. And a new dragon resists your psychic effect? Sure, it wasn't 300 times gravity. But a new dragon? regardless of that being the case, without a doubt, Gyro is a true dragon. We maybe even talk about putting him into high dragon. Maybe we could talk about that. Dramatic Thief ship, high dragon. I was gonna put it at above dragon threat, but whatever. Phoenix Man. So this is the definition of a special trait: the splitting of black sperm, the magical affinity of Homeless Emperor, the ability to literally destroy an entire city. No ifs, ands, or buts. No like simulations of it. No portions of it. There's a lot of portions of that shit. Brave Giant, the Giant Emperor Nova, or the Emperor Nova. That shit like. It was really only a portion of the city. Like fucking amazing destructiveness and it reached the higher atmosphere, but like it only like in terms of like initial hit only took out a portion of the city. Orochi only lifted portions of the city. Sure, he left a cavern underneath the subway place or whatever. It only lifted a portion of the city. The Dark Matter Thief ship leveled the entirety of City A in one assault. Already arrived, took it out, and that was it. Prepared for another hit. Another hit would have done it again. Another city would have done it again. It could have flown to City B and done that shit. They could have. The Dark Matter Thief ship, Boros' entire crew, could have flown to City B and destroyed that shit. It didn't. Oh, hold on. I think I heard some audio. Oh, what the fuck was that? Was somebody talking? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm not echoing, right? Bro, was I echoing, bro? Y'all niggas ain't tell me I was echoing. Oh, it doesn't matter either way. Yeah, it's turned off. Yeah. Alright, bet. Alright, let's ride. Alright. Phoenix Man. Yeah, we was talking about the special trait or whatever. So all these three special traits, like catastrophic shit, bro. Like, Phoenix dealt with one of those. Phoenix, like, he didn't was flying away, got hit with that shit. Nah. He didn't was hiding behind some barrage barrier or whatever and then exploded next to him. Nah. This nigga zombie flew into that bitch head on to take the giant Millennium Emperor Nova head on, man. He said, I'm about to absorb that shit, eat it like a sandwich. Do you know what happened, my nigga? He got fucked up. Pretty fucking badly, too. Half his face is fucking charred, bro. Half his everything is fucking charred. Like, fucking just, looks horrible. Still maintained his form. Didn't even resurrect. And that's the point that people don't talk about, don't want to think about, don't want to remember, or try to avoid about Phoenix Man. In just his second death. I'm not talking about 4 deaths. I'm not talking about other shit. The second time he died, he was able to take a Millennium Emperor Nova after absorbing it. He didn't teleport out of it after taking the hit. He stood right in the center. The shit reached upper atmosphere, stopped. The beam stopped. And then Phoenix Man descended from the crevice that was in the sky in the top of the cave when Brave Giant was on his knees, panting. He came down. Oh shit, it's me. It seems like I have my coronation is of the heavens or whatever and shit like that. Heavenly coronation, man. He came down and was about fighting and shit. Immediately after that, he actually used his claws to rip apart fucking the Brave Giant suit in its entirety. While Child Emperor was able to escape from it. And he jumped on and dropped the tickle bug inside of the suit or whatever. Just rip that bitch apart after being stuck inside, bro. Like, I don't understand the slander that happens on like certain occasions with some of these characters being like, we're talking about a nigga who took that. The giant fist strike sent him through hundreds of floors, bruh. Playing football, bro, and you get tackled. You've been cracked back or whatever like that. The hit from the impact hurts. And hitting the ground hurts too, bro. Imagine going through the ground, not the wall, man. Not fucking whatever this shit is, bro. None of that other material, bro. Like, it's fucking concrete. Slamming through concrete. Hundreds of floors of concrete, bruh. That's what took to kill Phoenix Man in his resurrected form. His first resurrected form, man. Or excuse me, yeah. When he was using prominence. The strength of prominence, man. It took that to overwhelm him, bro. Phoenix Man is a high dragon. Alright. Up next we have Maru Gaudy. So his size can be considered a special trait, but he's also that much more of a target. We saw him in an emotionally distressed situation. And he let off a huge barrage of shit, and it was pretty goddamn powerful. You know, he was out there, do that thing. You know, he was out there destroying shit. You know, taking the whole entire city blocks and shit, half a city. So he out there doing that thing. You know, Maru Gaudy's out there doing that thing. So imagine that being a thing or a person or a target, bro. Like, what if EC was slathering down a fucking entire city, right? And then Maru Gaudy pops up out of fucking nowhere. Is Maru Gaudy getting to that carapace? Or if Maru Gaudy runs up on fucking Gotetsu's dojo, sees that motherfucking hits off, starts to let off a barrage. Can Gotetsu block those punches? Can he throw his own to knock those back? That size difference is really like weighing on my mind right now. And that's what makes me think. Like, I don't think he can rip apart Elder Centipede's carapace. I don't think he can crack it. No. That seems implausible. But Gotetsu, I do think he should be able to hit Gotetsu. Gotetsu was standing there. It wasn't a situation where he's going to dodge, do none of that shit. I'm not talking about him being faster than the punches. Maybe Gotetsu could avoid a barrage Gatling, sure. We'll consider that in a second. But if he were to take it head on, could he tank that? Could he block them? Could he deflect them? Could he push them back? What would happen? His fists are huge. The size of fucking bigger than cars and shit. Gotetsu's pretty big himself, so... The fact that I'm comparing him to other dragons, or the true dragons, means that Maru Gaudy is a true dragon. Melzigard. Melzigard basically has the same exact feature as fucking Black Sperm. The primary difference being that his is based around a certain number of orbs that are represented by heads, sentient heads. So, they're a target, but for a good portion of the battle, they didn't matter they were a target, that they existed because nobody knew that they were there. Like, that wasn't like a question of it. So, you have to reveal that. Now, it wasn't impossible for them to figure it out. It was actually Metalbat who noticed it first, I believe. So it's a time bomb. I guess we can call it that or label it that. For a certain amount of time, Melzigard is very dangerous, and his offensive capability was even enough to threaten Bang one time. Did nothing to him, but it threatened him. Made Atomic Samurai take exceptional evasive maneuvers continuously, but it didn't really threaten Metal Bat and Putty Putty that much. They were able to combat against it, so it makes me consider the hits offensive prowess kind of on that scale. Putty Putty has gotten several times stronger than that, but I don't want to just use Putty Putty as a scale for that because he was also assaulting Atomic Samurai, not effectively, but he was doing it. I'm gonna put him in Dragon because that one feature is indeed very, very good, but the other ones they're considerable. They were things that I would consider almost any dragon to be required to have, and that's what low dragon is. So I'm gonna put him in the Dragon category. Overgrown Rover is a high dragon. He's arguably the strongest dragon in the entire list, or that we've seen so far. The special traits of Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor are indeed formidable, and including Phoenix Man's as well, but Rover's offensive prowess and his durability are unquestionable. Rover's a high dragon. Vaccine Man. Vaccine Man is like because he was fucking shit up, bro. Low key, niggas may not agree with when I say this, but like the destruction that he was fucking causing over there at whatchamacallit. For the city that he was in, I think it was A City, Z City. It was Z City. I think they showed up. He was fucking up. Like, my nigga, that shit looked similar to what Maru Gaudy was doing. Dead ass. And he was spamming them shits. Maybe not as frequent or as much as Homeless Emperor was, but he was spamming them shits. Now we don't know what kind of durability or what kind of power is required to bust Vaccine Man because he just got one punch. But it didn't seem like there was a huge like uproar or destruction from it. I don't even think the cloud split. Um, do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember if whenever Saitama beat Vaccine Man, if the cloud split above them? Because if they didn't, then I want to consider that differently. But if they did, then I'll consider that like high durability if the cloud split, regardless of it. Um, because that high attack power, and then he can grow and shit too to become a little bit stronger for him. It's. Uh, to be honest with you, I want to put him into True Dragon, but I also want to put him into Dragon. I already said that like after we place the people, we're gonna see if we can rearrange any of them. Um, but the thing is that matchups matter a lot of times, and like when we give the phrase "matchups matter" meaning, it's because we're weighing them up against not only their opponents but the different categories. So like I'm not comparing necessarily Vaccine Man to Melzigard or Vaccine Man to Garo or whatever, but like those whom they've fought or how well they've done in those situations. So like I think Garo should be able to dodge and deal with what Vaccine Man's attacks powers can do or whatever like that. Curtis Kabuto seems will probably be able to super speed with him. I don't think Vaccine Man can break through the carapace. I don't think he has the battle prowess to match Gotetsu, especially or even in that huge form when he transforms. I'm pretty confident in Giro Giro being able to like either restrain him or like assault him. Even though dealing with those orbs may be powerful or hard to deal with, like she has a shield, and I'm not sure how like Tatsumaki was pretty destructive when she did that shit, and maybe the orb should be able to break the shield, but like I don't know how much. Um, and Matagodi's assault, I think Matagodi should be able to take a bit of that. It's questionable how much his durability should be, but he did take a different form. He wasn't like a human. He didn't look like have human skin and shit. So I'm assuming his durability was also crazy. Plus, he was punching into the concrete ground, the floor of buildings, and his arms didn't break. He didn't get super scarred up and shit. So I'm gonna put Vaccine Man and Dragon, and then like I said, I didn't want to do Fear. Uh, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave Fear right there. Um, okay. So let me look in the chat, see what niggas are saying, and see if we can think about some things or be able to really evaluate. Um, see what niggas is thinking. Welcome Pinto to the chat. Welcome Joshua Neck to the chat, bro. My dude. Welcome Soup45 to the chat, bro. Let's see here. Who else? Welcome Greek to the chat, bro. What's up, baby? Um, all right. So my dude is saying move Elder up. So could Rover blast EC's carapace? Bro, he fucking he drilled a fucking cavern into the floor, bro. Like a fucking cavern, bro. his shit isn't the same as Genos's. Genos's is pretty fucking powerful. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if he would like be able to carve all. Genos would be able to carve like that entire cavern into the fucking floor like that. And that was pretty fucking crazy on Rope's part. Homeless getting through the carapace. Oh, I don't know, man. Phoenix getting through the carapace. No. Black sperm. No. Fuck. We may need to move EC up, bro. Niggas ain't getting through that carapace, bro. Niggas ain't getting through that carapace, though. You may be right, my boy. Even Metal Bat was sitting there doing dragon thrashing on him and nothing. Yeah, let's do it. EC's a high dragon, man. Yeah. Alright. See what else niggas are saying. Oh, well, just because my dude made this, helped us suggest that. He says, Elder is durable as hell. Metalbat couldn't touch. Genos couldn't touch. Bang Bomb had to go all out. True. Even then, he regenerated in seconds. Both times. He did get hurt. True. Seems like Pinto agrees. Joshua next says that Elder's probably the second hardest to kill after Rover. Yep. Alright. I think that solidifies it. Everybody else is pretty much in a good spot. Like, this is I feel like this is like as credible as we can get. You know, aside from like little matchup differences and little matchup businesses, you know, obviously like for example, like I mentioned, like if Gotetsu runs up on like Homeless Emperor, it'll be a quick fucking finish. Like either Homeless is blasting the fuck out of that motherfucker and killing that bitch ass nigga, or he's tanking that shit and fucking up Homeless. I don't have feats to say Homeless is durable as fuck. I could get them soon, but right now, it's looking like you know. At the same time, Yu-Gi-Oh versus Homeless Emperor would be fucking amazing to see. That'd be fucking amazing to see. The same as Vaccine Man versus Homeless Emperor. I do wonder though, how much Homeless Emperor's quote unquote magical affinity would tarnish Phoenix Man's suit. Like would he like take longer to regenerate? Would the regenerations be not as like powerful? Would he be like not as efficient in regeneration? Would he actually start to die? You know, would he not be able to regenerate if he got hit by those? It's definitely something, the question that you could ask. Like you could definitely ask these questions and not be like crazy. Like these would definitely be questions that would be like that would have to be answered if there's a fight between these characters. Like, damn, bruh. Would Homeless really turn off Phoenix's resurrection or tarnish it or whatever? Or like Black Sperm, would like Black Sperm not be able to split if he got hit by some of Homeless's like fucking orbs and shit? Or Goro versus fucking Carnage Kabuto. Bro, that would be it, my nigga. Yo, bruh. Imagine Carnage flying around, man, and he comes up on Goro, throws one of those poach, and then Goro like hits him with the water stream, bro. He like deflects all his shit, bro, and hits him with the whirlwind, bro. Nigga, you already know it, bro. That would be a fight right there, bro. Hell yeah, nigga. I'm trying to see that shit, man. Who else would be fucking badass to see? Let me see. Like I said, bro, Fetus versus Gotetsu is a thing, bro. Like that's a fucking thing. We need that fucking scene drawn out, made by some nigga like Fetus versus Gotetsu is a thing, my nigga. Tank versus Tank. Big Tank versus Little Tank. Yo, Rover up against fucking EC, bro. Like, bro. Roll. Hey, Pinto, bro. If you say that shit about Phoenix, I'll shoot your ass, bro. Shoot the fuck out your ass, bro. You crazy as hell. Rover versus EC would be fucking crazy to see, bro. That's I might do that, bro. I might do a top 10 or top 20 fights or most wanted to see fights or fights we do most deserve, man. Like, oh my god, bro, that shit would be crazy, bro. All right, but this is pretty much a pretty good picture of like what I think or what's being pictured in my head whenever I talk about the scales of these dragons. Whenever you hear me depict a low dragon, you know I'm talking about like as like a Ruka or whatever, shit like that. They're powerful or whatever, but like they're lower dragons. The speed of the twins is a good example of that. Dangerous as fuck, but they're lower dragons. Melzicard would be an example of somebody who I consider is like up there. A dragon without a problem. If he's around, you're gonna need an S class to deal with this like on an emergency situation, maybe even 3. Like the true dragons like Garo. These are people who. This is the famous phrase that I use. Without a question, these are dragons. Every single trait, every single category, it screams dragon. Everything about them is a dragon. The strength of Gotetsu and Maru Gaudy, the speed of Garo and Maru Gaudy's attacks, and Kari Kabuto's movement, the indomitability of Giro's psychic capabilities, Goketsu's almost probably the highest battle prowess, battle capability of all the dragons on this list so far is Goketsu. That's a true dragon. That's a true dragon. And you get the high dragons. And niggas who have unquestionable dragon-like traits, but they have one particular asset or one particular thing that extends above the rest. Splitting whenever assaulted, magical affinity, the destruction, true destructive capability. A true definition of a high dragon. The highest possible quality of it, the highest of high dragons, is a Dark Matter Thief ship. True destruction. Phoenix Man's special resurrective trait to become indomitably stronger, matching even the Garo himself, maybe even being better than that. And then Overgrown Rover and EC. Fucking the largest tanks in the series. One of the most potent offensive guys that there are out there. The situation doesn't get more dangerous than having Rover on the battlefield. It doesn't happen. If you're fighting a fucking like 5 to 10 demons and you got fucking 15 S class or whatever, the entire S class is out there, you might be pretty okay. You're pretty fucking confident. You may not even need all 15 fucking S class to do anything. It'll just be out there. And then like 3 or 4 of them will be putting in work, right? Against all those demons. If Rover's in the field, you're now allocating a lot more of those S-class forces to work together in tandem, and it'll still be dangerous as fuck. You could put 3 to 6 S-class heroes on Rover, and it may be questionable. You could do that. This was proven with EC when it took not only fucking King, but Genos Bang and Bomb to get up in them cheeks and shit. Doing everything that they could. Dangerous as fuck. These guys are fucking like, it's you already know what it is when I say high dragon. Alright, but I think that's it. I wanted to do this tier list because the speculation and talking to the community for a minute. People weren't understanding each other's rankings or my rankings or how I was referring to these things, but now we know. You see it. I'll probably try to do a video on this. I'll probably also try to do a video, like I mentioned, on like my most desired fights, top 20. That's a pretty good idea to do. We'll be updating the Monsters Anomaly series within the next few days. We have an entry coming up, so make sure you check that out if you're enjoying that. Make sure you check out our Patreon. And we're also using Super Chat now on YouTube. So a little $ next to the channel, whatever, if you want your special comment read and addressed. I think that's about it. Support the channel, support the stream, guys. We'll see you boys next time, man. Yo ho!